Good morning, or maybe it's afternoon, evening. Either way, welcome to MoBuzz TV. It's Tuesday the 4th of December, I'm Olivia, and let's talk iTunes. Well, as promised, NBC have removed all their content from the iTunes store. So if you want to get your fix of The Office, Lost or Heroes, then you're going to have to look elsewhere, like Hulu for example. The split between NBC and Apple comes after months of he said, she said style public bickering. NBC reported making only a piddly $15 million in revenue last year from their iTunes deal, and at one point demanded a cut of Apple's hardware sales, after a spokesman helpfully pointed out that the iTunes store is designed to drive sales of Apple devices at the expense of those who create the content. Well, duh. But NBC isn't the only company to have fallen out of love with iTunes. There were rumors back in October about Warner cutting ties with Apple and striking out on their own to offer free music in conjunction with Universal and Sony. But next up to bid farewell to iTunes isn't even a record label. After running a Super Bowl promotion for free downloads in 2004, Pepsi are doing the dirty on Apple and have teamed up with Amazon for a similar deal next year. EMI and UMG content will be available for DRM-free downloads on Amazon, and if Pepsi's promotion is successful, it could encourage other record labels to follow suit and offer DRM-free tracks. After reporting on just how dangerous mobile phones can be on Friday's show, it's nice to find a couple of pieces of news that show how they're being put to good use. First up is a scheme to make sure young South Africans are aware of their HIV status. In conjunction with Levi's Red for Life, Carabo, a South African HIV information service, have launched a new SMS search service that lets South Africans find their nearest HIV testing centre. Using the philosophy that most young people have a mobile, users can anonymously text their address to find their local HIV clinic. And secondly, a heartwarming story from Russia. 22-year-old Rima Pivarova was giving birth in the local maternity ward in the town of Shelihov when a power cut plunged the whole town into darkness. Luckily, emergency generators kicked in to keep the incubators going, but not so luckily, the room where Rima was giving birth remained in darkness, just as the doctors were trying to solve complications with the delivery. So, what to do? Quick-thinking nurses borrowed the mobile phones from colleagues and other patients and delivered the baby boy by the green and blue glow of Nokias, Ericssons and Samsungs. So, although it turned out that the South Korean I talked about last week wasn't actually killed by his exploding LG handset, it is nice to see that mobiles can save lives too. What do you want to be when you grow up? A policeman? An astronaut? Mark Zuckerberg? It seems that the kids of America have fallen out of love with the mysteries of space travel and are focusing their intentions on the internet phenomenon that is social networking. Well, NASA obviously aren't going to take this lying down and have incorporated social networking tools into their website in order to attract more users. Called My NASA. See what they did there? It's not quite the same thing as a traditional social network, but more like a start page full of NASA content that you can keep track of through a set of feeds. With features like videos, a calendar of upcoming events, and bookmarks, the site obviously aims to steer clear of being too personal. As a branch of the US government, it's unable to collect too much personal info about its users, but it's aiming to make space cool again for the Facebook generation. It's official, the countdown to Christmas has begun, and thanks to a partnership between Google and the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD for fans of acronyms, you can follow Father Christmas as he makes his way around the globe delivering presents on Christmas Eve. NORAD have been helping kids track Santa for 52 years, but this year's event is a decidedly modern affair. With the help of a handful of Google tools like YouTube, Google Maps and Google Earth, you can track Santa in real time when he sets off with Rudolph and co. in the early hours of the 24th. Take a look at NORAD's site for more details, cross your fingers and hope that you'll be one of the lucky ones and getting more than a lump of coal this Christmas. On that note, you better start being good now. Father Christmas sees everything, you know. Have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow.